Hello everyone, this is Payal Vaja. Welcome to Pharma Desert. In this video, we will discuss about aseptic area. So let's get started. These are the list of contents we will discuss in this video. First one is the introduction. Next one is building design, construction and production facilities, flow diagram of aseptic area, cleanup section, compounding area, doors and windows, cleaning and disinfection, air supply, laminar airflow equipment, vertical laminar airflow. What is horizontal laminar airflow? Direction of airflow in a horizontal laminar airflow. What was the airflow pattern? What is clean area classification? Sources of contamination in aseptic area and method for prevention. Three type of contamination mainly and prevention. First one is atmospheric contamination and prevention, fluid contamination and prevention, and last one is transfer contaminants and prevention. We will discuss one by one. First of all, introduction. What is aseptic area? Production of sterile products should be carried out in a clean environment without limit for environmental quality of a microbial and dust particle contamination. That means production of sterile product that should be carried out in a clean environment and with a limit for environmental quality of microbes as well as dust particle contamination. So any sterile product, it should be carried out in clean environment and maintain the quality and reduce the microbial contamination as well as dust particle. This limit for contamination that is necessary to reduce the product contamination, and the production area that is normally divided into various types. Production area that are divided on a mainly five area. First one is cleanup area, next one is compounding area, next one is aseptic area, quarantine area, packaging area and labeling area. So first one, in building design, construction and production facility. Production of sterile products, it should be carried out in a clean environment with a limit for the environmental quality of a microbial and dust particle contamination, and this limit for contamination that is necessary to reduce the product contamination. So production of any sterile product, it should be carried out or it should be carried in clean environment and maintain the quality by reducing the microbial growth, microbial contamination as well as reduce the dust particle. And this limit for contamination that is necessary. Why that is necessary? They reduce the product contamination. So production area that is normally divided into various area. We already discussed what is cleanup area, compounding area, aseptic area. We already list out in last slide and we discuss in next slides. That is the flow diagram of aseptic area. Flow diagram of aseptic area. First one is stockroom. First one is in above portion. You see the airlock system for maintaining aseptic area. Airlock system. After airlock system, office is present. Office. After the office, compounding area is present. Compounding area. After compounding area, aseptic filling area is present, quarantine area is present, and last one is storage and shipping area is present. While in below portion, stockroom is present. After the stockroom, cleanup area is present. After cleanup area, sterilization area is present. And last one is packaging and finishing area is present. And last portion, quality control testing area is present. And after quality control testing area, that is storage and shipping area is present. So that is the flow diagram of aseptic area. First one is cleanup section. What is cleanup section? According to their name, cleanup area has the walls and ceiling that are made up of film coating material. So cleanup area that are made up of film coating material, cleanup area that have the walls and cells and that are made up of film coating material. Air inside the clean area should be free from dust and microorganisms. So any air that is present in the cleanup area, it should be free from dust as well as microorganisms, and this is ensured through high efficiency 95% filters. So filters that are 95% filter that are used, and they ensures that to maintain sterility. Air existing in the clean area should be frequently replaced. So, in cleanup section, according to their name, cleanup area that has a wall and ceiling and that are made up of film coating material, and inside the cleanup area, air that is present in a cleanup area, it should be free from dust and microorganism, while this is ensured through high efficiency filters that is about 95% filter, and air that is existing in the clean area, it should be frequently replaced. So air that is used in a cleanup area, that is frequently replaced, 10 to 15 air changes per hour. That is regarding cleanup area. Next one is compounding area. This area contains stainless steel cabinet and counters and is involved in the actual compounding. So according to their name, compounding area that are most widely used for compounding purpose. In this area, they are made up of stainless steel cabin and a counter, and it is involved in actual compounding. Unlike aseptic area, maintenance of sterile conditions is not essential, but necessary measures should be adopted to control the dust generated from a raw material during weighing and compounding. So in compounding area, not like a aseptic area, maintenance of sterile condition, that is not essential. So that means in compounding area, that is made up of stainless steel cabinet as well as counter, and in aseptic area we maintain the sterility, while in compounding area that is not necessary to maintain sterility, but necessary, the measures should be adopted to control the dust that is generated from raw material during weighing and compounding. That means dust that is generated from raw material in dust that is generated from raw material during weighing and compounding. So what was the difference between aseptic area and compounding area? In aseptic area, sterility is maintained, while compounding area, sterility is not maintained. That is not necessary to maintain the sterility because they adopted to a control. So in compounding area, only maintain the control under control. Compounding area, it should be maintained under control condition. Why? Because dust that is generated from raw material during weighing and compounding. Next one, in this area, strict control measures should be adopted to avoid the contamination of the preparation. So in this area, strict control, so in compounding area, strict control is maintained, and that measures should be adopted. Why strict control is maintained? To avoid the contamination of preparations. And the stainless steel counter as well as cabinet, it should be such that they should not allow a dirt particle to accumulate. And mixing and storage of compounded preparations should be done outside the aseptic area, while the compounded preparations are then transferred to the aseptic area through pipelines where the filling operation that is carried out. So in compounding area, mixing and storage of compounded preparations, it should be done outside the aseptic area. So mixing and storage of this preparation, it should be done outside aseptic area. So aseptic area and compounding area both are separated, and compounded preparation that is transferred to the aseptic area. So after that preparation that is prepared, so compounded preparation that is transferred to aseptic area with the help of pipeline where the filling operation that is carried out. This area consists of a store where the in process batches as well as approved batches that are stored separately. And this area has a limited access and that is under the control of a responsible person. So this compounding area that consists of store where the in process batches as well as approved batches are stored separately. So compounding area have the store, in store, process batch and approved batch both are stored separately. And this area they are maintained under the control of responsible or skilled person. Without consent of the in charge, other person can't enter into the compounding area. So without any permission of consent of in charge, any person can't enter into the aseptic area as well as compounding area. In this area, batches are packed and labeled. So in compounding area, batch are packed and labeled properly, stored properly. Packing that is carried out by packing machine, while labels are obtained by overprinting device. And at a time, only one product label are printed. So packing that is carried out by packaging machine, while labels that are obtained by overprinting devices. So at the same time, only one product label that are printed, and parenteral packing that play a vital role in the production of sterile preparations. So packing should be carried out in such a manner that the sterility of product is maintained. So in packaging and labeling, batches are packed properly and labeled properly. Packaging that is carried out by packaging machine, while labels that is obtained by overprinting device. So at the same time, only one product label that is printed. During packaging of parenteral preparation, maintain sterility that is necessary. All the clean surface including the floor, wall and ceiling must be smooth, easy to clean, disinfected, and that must be constructed to minimize microbial and particulate contamination. So all the clean surface like floor, wall, ceiling all must be smooth and easy to clean, disinfected, and that must be constructed to minimize the microbial as well as particulate contamination. Flexing and non-flexing type of material that are particularly used for construction of floor. While flexing floors, so what was the difference between flexing floor and non-flexing floor? So flexing floor material that are made up of synthetic elastomer, of which most commonly used are PVC, and PVC flooring is easily repaired, cleaned and relatively cheap and simple. So what was the difference between flexing floor material and non-flexing floor material? In flexing floor material that are made up of synthetic elastomer PVC. So flexing floor material made up of polyvinyl chloride and PVC flooring that is easily repaired, clean and relatively cheap and simple. So that is the advantage of PVC. While non-flexing floor that are made up of hard inorganic filler substance in a matrix material. Walls must be made up of non-inflammable or a fire-resistant material. So wall that are made up of non-inflammable as well as otherwise fire-resistant material. Example of non-inflammable material like stainless steel, glass, enamel steel, etc. And generally plaster walls are easily damaged by impact. So for reduction of fungal growth, 1% of 8-hydroxyquinolone, pentachlorophenol, etc. may be added to the paint, and epoxy resin paints and polyurethane paints that are also used to avoid cracking and peeling. So walls, it must be made up of non-inflammable material like stainless steel, glass, etc. Generally plaster walls that are easily damaged by impact. So for the reduction of fungal growth, so fungal growth that is reduced by using 1% of 8-hydroxychloroquinone, pentachlorophenol, etc. may be added to the paint. So if you are using 1% 8-hydroxychloroquine and pentachlorophenol, so all are act as the antimicrobial agent, and if you are, that is, if you are added or using both the material and that is added into the paint for wall painting, so they reduce the microbial growth. Epoxy resin paints and polyurethane paints that are also used to avoid the cracking and peeling. The ceiling are sealed to prevent the entry of microbial contaminants, and internal fitting such as the cupboard, drawers, shelves and equipments must be kept to a minimum. So the ceiling that are sealed to prevent the entry of microbial contamination. Why selling it? It is still selling that is still completely because they prevent the entry of microbial contaminants. And internal fittings like cupboard, drawer, shelves, equipment, they must be kept to a minimum. Next one is regarding doors and windows. In aseptic area, doors and windows should fit flush with the wall, and windows, if required, are solely to provide illumination and that are not for ventilation. So in door and windows, it should fit flush with the walls, and windows, if it is necessary, they provide illumination but they can't used for ventilation purpose. Windows should be non-openable. Windows that is necessary but it should be non-openable. If it is openable, air it is exchanged and they provide contamination. Doors should be well fitted by maintaining the positive pressure airflow and self-closing, and door must be limited in number. So for maintaining aseptic area, door it should be well fitted by maintain the positive pressure airflow. So door that is well fitted by maintain positive pressure airflow, and door it is a self-closing system. Door must be maintained in a limited number, and all the pipes passing through the wall of room, it should be effectively sealed and it should be flush fitting and easily clean. Gas cylinder should be excluded. Why gas cylinder should be excluded? And all the gases should be piped from outside the area. So if you are requiring gas for the for reducing contamination, gas cylinder that is required, and all the gas should be piped from outside the area. Sink and drain, it must be excluded from the area where aseptic procedure are performed in clean room area. Sink and drain are necessary but sink and drain are outside, that is maintained outside the area. And light sources in clean rooms are fitted with the ceiling to reduce the collection of dust and to avoid the disturbance of airflow pattern within a room. So aseptic procedure that are performed in clean room area, so light source in clean room that are fitted with ceiling. Why light source in clean room that is fitted with ceiling? to reduce the collection of dust as well as to avoid the disturbance of airflow pattern within the room. And non-essential switch like room lighting switch, it should be installed outside the clean area. So non-essential switch that are installed outside clean area. The main source of contamination of clean area that is arises from skin cells which are released by the operators. So main source of contamination is what? Main source of contamination is skin cells that is released by equipment operators. And person that is selected to work on a preparation of parental products must be a neat and reliable. So any person that are connected with parental product preparation, it should be neat and reliable person, and they should be in a good health as well as that is a free from any dermatological condition and that might increase the microbial load. So person that are directly connected with a parental product preparation, it should be neat and reliable as well as that should be in a good health and that is completely free from any skin related disorder. If that person have a skin related disorder, they increase the microbial load in the parenteral preparation. Operator borne contamination can be controlled by limiting number of operators in a clean area. So operator borne contamination, how it is controlled? That is controlled by maintain limited number of operators in clean area. All personnel should be trained for good manufacturing practice and aseptic techniques. And the operator should wear a sterile protective clothing including headwear, powder-free rubber or plastic gloves, a non-fiber shading face mask and footwear. So the operator, all the person, it should be trained according to good manufacturing technique and for maintaining aseptic technique. Operator, it should wear the sterile protective clothing. So which type of sterile protective clothing they should wear? They should wear headwear as well as powder free rubber or plastic gloves that is necessary to prevent contamination as well as non fiber shedding. Face mask and footwear is necessary to prevent direct contact with sterile product. All protective clothing that is designed, why they prevent the contamination from operator body. All protective clothing must be sterile by moist heat sterilization or ethylene oxide sterilization, and fresh sterile clothing should normally be provided each time the person enters the aseptic area. So all protecting clothing, they must be sterilized. Why? With the help of moist heat sterilization and fresh sterile clothing, it should normally be provided each time the person enters the aseptic area. In cleaning and disinfection, so for in cleaning and disinfection, procedure are used for the removal of microbial and particulate contamination, and cleaning agents are the alkaline detergent, non-ionic and ionic surfactant. So in cleaning and disinfection procedure that are particularly used for removal of microbes as well as that are used for removal of any contamination. While cleaning agent that are alkaline detergent, non-ionic as well as ionic surfactant, all are the example of cleaning agents. Different type of disinfectants should be employed in rotation to prevent development of resistant strain of microorganism. So different types of disinfectant, it should be used in rotation. Why it should be used in rotation? To prevent the development of resistant strain of microorganism. Different concentration of quaternary ammonium compounds, sodium hypochlorite, ethanol and formaldehyde solutions are used as a disinfectants in a cleaning area and cetrimide or a chlorhexidine in 70% alcohol that are suitable for use as skin disinfectant. So different concentration of quaternary ammonium compound as well as sodium hypochlorite, ethanol, formaldehyde solution, all are the example of disinfectant and all are used in cleaning area to maintain aseptic condition. While cetrimide or chlorhexidine that is contain 70% alcohol and that are most widely used for skin disinfectant. Next one is in air supply. The air supply to a clean room that must be filtered through a HEPA filter, that is a high efficiency particulate airflow. So maintaining aseptic area, HEPA filters are used for air supply. HEPA filter must be positioned at the inlet of clean room and pre-filter may be fitted upstream of HEPA filters to prolong the life of final filter. So HEPA filter that is maintained at the inlet of aseptic area and the pre-filter that may be maintained at the entrance of aseptic area to maintain that is pre-filter that may be added into the entrance of aseptic area to prolong the life of final filter. And HEPA filter are used in the construction of vertical as well as horizontal laminar airflow. So the air velocity at all parts of filter area has to be about 0.54 meter per second or 90 plus 20 feet per minute. So that is regarding air velocity. Remove the DOP particles of size about zero point 0.3 micrometer. So HEPA filter that are useful for remove the dioctylphthalate particles and that is range about 0.3 micrometer. Next one is these filters are supported to provide class 100 air and they should be certified every 6 to 12 months. And these filters are supported to provide this HEPA filter, they support the class 100 air and they should be certified every 6 to 12 months. While air quality that is evaluated using a settle plates, microbial air sample or by particle counter. Laminar flow equipment has have two types, vertical laminar airflow and horizontal laminar airflow. First one is vertical laminar airflow. In vertical laminar airflow, that is the figure of vertical laminar airflow. Air inlet is present, above below the air inlet pre-filter is available, blower is present, supply plenum is available, air diffusion is present, HEPA filter is available for filtration purpose, protective screen is present, light fixture is present and working surface is present. So that is the vertical laminar airflow. While second one is horizontal laminar airflow. In horizontal laminar airflow, light fixture is present. Below the light fixture, protective screen is available for working area. Supply plenum is available. After the supply plenum, HEPA filter and airflow is available. Next one is working space is available for working purpose and pre-filter is available. In below portion, blower and air inlet is present. That is the direction of airflow in horizontal laminar airflow. HEPA filter, below the HEPA filter UV light is present, protective screen is present, that is the working area is present, below the working area pre-filter and blower is present. Airflow pattern. The airflow pattern within the clean room must be carefully regulated to avoid the generating particles from the clean room floor, walls and operator. So airflow pattern within clean room it should be regulated, and to avoid the contamination or generated particle from clean room floor, wall and operator. Clean room have three patterns: unidirection airflow, non-unidirection airflow and combined airflow. So in unidirection airflow, that is the figure of unidirection airflow. Fan is present, air conditioning unit is present. In left side, HEPA filter and outlet is present. So in unidirection airflow, the air within the rooms that is moved with a uniform velocity along a parallel flow lines, and air enters the room through a bank of filters and exits through a bank of outlet comprising opposite wall or the floor. So, in unidirectional airflow, according to their name, air within rooms that is moved with uniform velocity along a parallel flow line, while air enter into the room through the bank of filter. So, enter into the room with the help of filter and exits through outlet comprising opposite wall or the floor. And the velocity of air that is highly about 0.3 meter per second in a downflow air from ceiling filter and 0.45 meter per second in cross flow air. These are highly efficient airflow system, but that is expensive to construct. So that is a highly efficient airflow system, but that is a one type of expensive system because of operating cost, unidirectional airflow, clean room that are not often used in pharmaceuticals. Next one is figure of non-unidirectional airflow. According to their name, you can see in the figure non-unidirectional airflow. In this figure, fan is present, air conditioning unit is available, outlet is present. In opposite side, HEPA filter and outlet is present. So in non-unidirectional airflow, the air that is enters the clean rooms through filters and exits through the outlet duct and positioned low down on the wall or in the floor at the side remote from air inlet. So in this figure, non-directional non-directional airflow, air that is enter into the clean room through the filter and that is exits through the outlet duct. So air enter with the help of filter and that is existed from outlet, and that is outlet that is positioned at the low down of the wall. The filter inlet air mixed with and dilutes and contaminated air within the room, and conventional airflow that is defined in terms of number of air charges per hours, that is about less than 20 air charges per hour. That is the conventional airflow. Next one is combined airflow. In combined airflow, that is the unidirectional as well as non-unidirectional airflow combination. In this figure, fan is present, air conditioning unit is present, outlet is present. In opposite side, HEPA filter, non-unidirectional airflow, HEPA filter, unidirectional airflow, and outlet is present. In combined airflow system, in many pharmaceutical clean rooms, the background area that is ventilated by non-unidirectional airflow and critical area that are supplied with unidirectional airflow. So in many pharmaceutical clean rooms, background area they are made up of combined area. So various vertical unidirectional airflow system that are used in combination clean area, and these there has been a trend towards protective the critical procedure within combination clean rooms by using isolator cabinet. That is the clean area classification. Maximum permitted number of particles per meter square, that is equal to or greater than tabulated size. So, is various grade is available, grade A, B, C and D. At rest and in operation, various range is available. Next one is sources of contamination in aseptic area and method to prevention. So, sources of contamination and method to prevention. Various contamination. First one is atmospheric contamination, water, raw material, process operator, equipment, building and packaging. So, first one is atmosphere. In atmosphere, sources of contamination in atmosphere, the microorganisms are carried out into the atmosphere that are suspended on the particles of dust, skin, clothing, droplet of moisture or sputum following coughing or sneezing. So microorganisms that are carried out into atmosphere via particle of dust, skin, clothing, droplet of moisture or sputum of coughing. So the microbial dispensing so the microbial content of the air that may be increased during the handling of contaminated material, during dispensing, blending and formulation. So microbial content of air that must be increased if handling of contaminated material during dispensing, blending and the formulations. And the use of starch and some sugar in the dry state that may also increase the fungi count. So if you are using dry state of sugar and starch, that also increase fungi count. And last one is settle plate and different air sampling technique that are commonly used for isolation and identification of microorganisms that are present in atmosphere. That is regarding atmosphere. Next one is in water. Water is one of the main constituent of many products and it is also used for washing and cooling process. So water that is most widely used in main constitute of any products that is mostly used for washing and cooling purpose. Different type of microorganisms that are present in fresh water and some microbes that may contaminate water from the sewage. So water that may be treated by ultraviolet light, filtration or that may be stored at elevated temperature to discourage microbial growth. So that is regarding water. Next one is in raw materials. Raw materials, particularly of natural origin, are a potentially rich source of microorganism. So raw material like a natural origin or natural product that are a potentially rich source of microorganism and product from animal source such as gelatin, desiccated thyroid, pancreas, etc. all may be contaminated with different pathogen. So any product from the animal source like gelatin, desiccated thyroid, pancreas that are contaminated with different pathogen. While raw materials mainly contain bacteria and fungi. And heat treatment, filtration, recrystallization, irradiation or any other sterilization process all are mainly applied for the reduction of microbial load or contamination in raw material. Next one is process operators. In process operators, microorganism may be transferred to pharmaceutical formulation from process operator. So natural skin flora, microorganisms are the main source of contamination. So natural skin flora, microorganisms that are the main source of contamination during process operator and microorganism other than natural skin flora that may be transferred from operators is the result of poor person hygiene. If person have a if person that maintain the poor hygiene, so that one the another reason for contamination of microorganism. A wound showing sign of infection that may also support the microbial contamination, and the nasal passage and respiratory tract that may contain large number of bacterial microorganism species. Next one is regarding equipment. The equipment should be as simple as possible for the purpose required with minimum of junctions, valves and pump to allow the cleaning in place by circulation of detergents or other chemical antimicrobial agent. So equipment they are they should be as simple as possible for the purpose they required with minimum junctions, valves and pumps for cleaning purpose, and the type and extent of growth they will depend on the source of contamination as well as environmental condition and nutrients. So equipment that must be sterilized by heat, gaseous agent or any chemicals, while many tanks, small equipments and reaction vessels it should be sterilized by autoclave. That is regarding equipment. Next one is in building. Different mold and few bacteria species that are the most common flora of the wall and ceiling. So they are mainly found in poorly ventilated buildings. So microorganisms utilize most of their nutrients from the plaster paint. So to reduce the microbial growth, all the walls it should be smooth and washable. Doors and windows should be fit flush with floor to prevent the entry of dust particle as well as microorganism. That is regarding building. Last one is in packaging. Packaging material have a dual role and that act both to contain the product as well as they also use to prevent the entry of microorganism or moisture. In glass containers, like cardboard boxes, closure line, all they carry different type of microorganism if they are not treated by proper method. So dry heat at 170 degrees centigrade that is often used for sterilization of vials and ampoules and which also be sterilized by moist heat, chemicals, gaseous agent or radiation techniques. So contamination in broad sense is the presence of minor unwanted particulate matter that is called contaminants in atmosphere and physical body. And right from production to packaging, almost every sector of pharmaceutical industry come across contamination. So first of all, what is contamination? Contamination means is the presence of minor unwanted particulate matter. They called contaminants in atmosphere as well as physical body. So presence of minor unwanted product or particulate matter that are called as atmosphere. What is exactly our broad term of contamination? Presence of, if any presence of minor unwanted particle in atmosphere and physical body, that is a contamination. So right from production to packaging material, every sector of pharmaceutical industry that is comes across contamination. So most common source of contamination fall into the following three main categories, like atmospheric contamination, fluid contaminations and transfer contaminants. First one, in atmosphere contaminations, atmosphere condition during manufacturing as well as during storage which affect the quality of final preparation. So atmospheric condition during manufacturing as well as during storage condition, they may directly affect quality of final product. An atmosphere in around the industrial area, they contains potential contaminants like dust, silica, etc. and gases like CO2, water, vapor, etc. So atmosphere in and around industrial area, they contain Potential contaminants. Which type of potential contaminants? Like dust, silica and gas like CO2, water, vapor, etc. Besides the above mentioned contaminants, microorganisms like Aeruginosa and A. niger all are the example. So in atmospheric contamination, atmospheric condition during manufacturing as well as packaging, they directly affect quality of product in atmosphere in around industrial area. They contain various contaminants. Beside above mentioned contaminants, also microorganisms are present. So these contaminants they may get incorporated into in product as well as end product either during the process of manufacture or during purification. So these contaminants that may get incorporated into or end the product during manufacturing or during purification. So what was the prevention? Prior to its entry into working area, air should be initially passed through suitable pre-filter and then treated with HEPA filter. And periodic removal of airborne dust settle on the wall, floor and ceiling that is essential. So for prevention of atmospheric contamination, prior to its air entry into working area, air it should be passed through a suitable pre-filter and it should be after that pass through a HEPA filters. So periodic removal of airborne dust settled on wall, floor and ceiling that is necessary. Next one is in fluid contamination. According to their name, besides serving as the most common solvent in pharmaceutical industry, water also serves as greatest solvent in pharmaceutical industry. So it is deprivated of most of the contaminants yet in contained pyrogen and trace of sulfate, chloride, carbonates of calcium, magnesium and sodium. So water that serve as the main role or main solvent in pharmaceutical product and that contain pyrogen, trace of elements like sulfate, chloride, carbonate of calcium, magnesium and sodium. Therefore, usage of water for washing the machines and working area that may leave some traces material and they act as a contaminants. So what was the prevention? Almost all of the pharmaceutical operation it should be carried out using a purified water that is obtained upon a deionization, distillation, ion exchange, reverse osmosis, filtration or other similar process. And for the preparation of parenterals, water for injection, sterile water for injection or bacteriostatic water for injection that must be employed. So all the pharmaceutical operations it should be carried out using purified water obtained by deionization method, distillation method, ion exchange method, reverse osmosis or filtration method. And for the preparation of parenteral products, water for injection, sterile water for injection or bacteriostatic water for injection must be used. Next one is transfer contaminants. In transfer contaminants refers to the contaminant source from personal and wheels of trolley used for transport of good. So in according to their name, transfer contaminants means during transportation contamination is occur. So personal working in aseptic areas, if suffering from cold, allergies, dermatological conditions or any similar illness, carry a multiple microorganisms and which upon expulsion into atmosphere via sneezing, coughing and talking etc. can lead to a contamination. So person working in a aseptic area if it is suffering from cold, allergy or any skin disease or any similar illness and they carry a multiple microorganism and they may upon expulsion into the atmosphere via sneezing, coughing or talking and they can lead to a contamination. So for example, atmospheric dust particle they may get entangled with the fiber of the clothes and which can get dislodged due to body movement and lead to the contamination. So what was the prevention? Personnel should be well trained and periodically evaluated in the principle of aseptic processing and techniques to be employed before participating in the preparation of sterile products. So person should be well trained and it is periodically evaluated in the principle of aseptic processing as well as techniques, and it should be employed before participating in preparation of any sterile products. And apart from gown, person area also required to put on face mask, head cap, gloves, foot covers, even goggles to ensure the complete cover of all the skin area. So clothing system is maintained to prevent the transportation, prevent the contamination during transportation. And the entrance of most of the working area that is equipped with air blower system that is necessary to remove the any loose dirt that is lint from uniform of the operator. If any query or doubts related to topic, please write your questions in comment box. Thank you.